Hello students, in the previous video we add the integers without the help of number line and solve exercise 6.2 question number 3 and 4. Today we are going to solve question number 5 and learn subtraction of integers. So, let us solve exercise 6.3 and subtract the given integers. Exercise 6.2, question number 5. Find the sum. Sum A, minus 7 plus minus 9 plus 4 plus 16. Students, recall the rules of addition of integers and solve the sums. Students, let us regroup the numbers with negative integer and positive integer with positive integer, as there are 4 integers. Thus, regrouping the integers, we get minus 7 plus minus 9 plus 4 plus 16. Now, let us add 7 and 9 as both the integers have minus sign and place minus sign to the answer obtained. Also add 4 and 16 as both the integers are positive. Thus, adding 7 and 9 as a whole number, we get 16 and placing minus sign before 16, we get minus 16. Also adding 4 plus 16, we get 20. Students, now we have to subtract as one integer is negative and one integer is positive. That is, minus 16 is negative integer and 20 is positive integer. So, we have to subtract. Thus, subtracting 16 from 20 as a whole number. By ignoring minus sign, we get 4. Students, we get the answer in positive, as positive integer 20 is greater than negative integer 16. Thus, minus 7 plus minus 9 plus 4 plus 16 is 4. Now, sum B. 37 plus minus 2 plus minus 65 plus minus 8. Students, let us regroup the numbers and make the pairs of these given integers. Thus, regrouping the numbers, we get 37 plus minus 65 plus minus 2 plus minus 8. Student, note that we regroup one positive and one negative integer, as there are 3 negative integers. Students, now let us subtract 37 from minus 65. as both the integers have different sign, and put the appropriate sign, that is minus or plus, with the subtraction obtained. Also add the integers 2 and 8 as both the integers have common sign, that is minus sign, and place common sign with the sum obtained. Thus subtracting 37 from 65 as a whole number by ignoring the sign, we get 28. Now let us place minus sign before 28 as 65 is bigger number which has minus sign. Also adding 2 and 8 as a whole number by ignoring the sign, we get 10. Now let us place minus sign before 10 as both the integers 2 and 8 have minus sign. Students, now we have to add the integers as both the integers minus 28 and minus 10 have minus sign. Thus adding 28 and 10 as a whole number by ignoring the sign, we get 38. And placing minus sign before 38 as both the integers have minus sign, we get minus 38. Thus 37 plus minus 2 plus minus 65 plus minus 8 equals to minus 38. Now, exercise 6.3, question number 1. Find sum A, 35 minus 20. Students, in this sum, we have to subtract the integer, as after the integer 35, subtraction sign is given. Student, note that 20 is positive integer and not the negative integer. Students, we know that subtraction is just inverse or opposite of addition. Students, subtraction of an integer is the same as the addition of its additive inverse. Thus, while subtracting two integers, we have to add the additive inverse of the integer that is being subtracted. Students, while subtracting the integers, we have to follow two steps. They are: step number 1, convert the subtraction sign into an addition sign. And step number 2, after converting subtraction sign into addition sign, take the inverse of the number which comes after the minus sign. Students, once the transformation is done, follow the rules of addition. So, now let us solve sum A. Students, we come to know that subtraction of integer is nothing. Addition of its additive inverse. So, let us write the additive inverse of the integer that is to be subtracted. So, we have to find out the additive inverse of 20 as 20 is to be subtracted. Students, additive inverse of 20 is minus 20. So, let us first write the additive inverse of 20, which is minus 20. Students, now let us convert subtraction sign into addition sign, which is given after the positive integer 35, and add minus 20 to 35. Thus, converting subtraction sign into addition sign and writing the additive inverse of 20, which is minus 20, we get 35 plus minus 20. Students, now we have to follow the rules of addition of integers. Students, as one integer is positive and one integer is negative, that is 35 is positive integer and minus 20 is negative integer. So, let us subtract. Thus, subtracting 20 from 35 as a whole number by ignoring this sign, we get 15. Students, we get the answer in positive as positive integer 35 is bigger than negative integer 20. Thus, 35 minus 20 equals to 15. Now, sum B, 72 minus 90. Students, first of all, let us write the additive inverse of 90 that is being subtracted. The additive inverse of 90 is minus 90. Now, let us convert subtraction sign into addition sign and write additive inverse of 90. Thus, converting subtraction sign which is given after the positive integer 72 into addition sign and writing additive inverse of 90, which is minus 90, we get 72 plus minus 90. Students, now let us follow the rules of addition of integers. Students, as one integer is positive and one integer is negative, that is, both the integers have different sign. So, we have to subtract as a whole number from bigger to smaller. Thus, subtracting 72 from 90 as a whole number, we get 18. and placing minus sign before 18 as 90 is greater number which has minus sign. We get minus 18. Thus 72 minus 90 equals to minus 18. Now sum C. Minus 15 minus 18. Students, let us first of all write the additive inverse of minus 18, which is to be subtracted. Students, the additive inverse of minus 18 is 18. Now, let us convert subtraction sign into addition sign and write the additive inverse of minus 18. Thus, converting subtraction sign which is given after the negative integer minus 15 into addition sign and writing additive inverse of minus 18 which is 18. We get minus 15 plus 18. Now let us follow the rules of addition of integers. Students, recall the rules of addition of integers and solve the next step. Students, now let us subtract 15 from 18 as both the integers have opposite sign. Thus, subtracting 15 from 18 as a whole number, we get 3. Students, we get the answer in positive as positive integer 18 is greater than negative integer 15. Thus, minus 15 minus 18 is 3. Now, sum E 23 minus 12. Students, let us write the additive inverse of minus 12. The additive inverse of minus 12 is 12. Students, now let us convert subtraction sign into addition sign and write additive inverse of minus 12. Thus, converting subtraction sign into addition sign and writing additive inverse of minus 12, which is 12, we get 23 plus 12. Students, now let us add both the integers as both the integers are positive. Thus, adding 23 and 12, we get 35. Students, we get the answer in positive as both the integers 23 and 12 are positive. Thus, 23 minus 12 equals to 35. Students, note that we write the additive inverse subtraction of two integers and not for addition of two integers. That is, for addition of integers, we don't have to find out or write the additive inverse. Students, solve sum D and F by yourself. Thank you and have a nice day.